All right, we are recording, and I'm here live at Imagine Real Estate, and I have a guest with me today. And this is very impromptu. This wasn't really scripted or planned out, uh, but I have the honor of sitting here with Miss Marilyn Bevans. Yes, I said it right. Yay! Yay! And surrounded, we'll get to see who our other special guests are. But really, she is here today just to speak to me here at Imagine Real Estate and share a little bit of her life. Just a little bit. You can't share your whole life, right? That's kind of hard to share your whole life. But she has a special gift of running that I actually had at one time and I lost it. And really just hearing her speak today, I'm kind of recapturing some of that love for running and being out there in the outdoors. So can you share with our audience here just what inspired you to really start running? Where did that come from?
I just always enjoyed running. I always enjoyed running. I don't know why, but I just like going out and run. And I thought I was a sprinter when I was a little girl, and my father took me to a track meet, and there was five chubby girls and myself running. And at the end of the race, there were still five chubby girls in front of me, and I was dead last. I figured, well, maybe I'm not a short sprinter. So then the next track meet, I ran 800. That's two times around the track. We're talking about cinder track. We're not talking about the tracks they have now. We're going back in time. And there was only three of us in the race, and I came in dead last again. And they said, "Well, you get a medal. You were third." I says, "No, I was last." After that, I went to Morgan State University, and at that point, we did not have Title IX, and where they were helping women to be athletes and could participate in a variety of sports. But they did have the field hockey team, and you got to run up and down in field hockey. So I love field hockey. I got to play the whole game. I didn't get to sit on the side. Even after college, I played a little bit of club field hockey. And I started my running career after college. We just started long distance running in the road races, and I joined the Baltimore Road Runners. And they started me on my love of distance running and running the marathon.
Awesome. Wow, that's inspiring. Just to hear you say your love of the race, it just to me it makes me want to jump in and do it, especially someone who has had that experience that kind of fell off the turnip truck, if you will, and then uh, reinvigorated by hearing a speaker like you. So you share another special gift where we're here in Lacey, Olympia area. Can you tell us what occurred around this, what was it, 19, help me out, 1984. What happened in 1984 in this particular area here?
They had the first Olympic trials for women to run the marathon. Now, remember, if you know anything about history, for women first, they couldn't be athletes, was unladylike. We're going back in time now. And then we could play certain sports, tennis, field hockey, some other things. It took a while for running to be where women could do that and do the long distance running. So when they had the first Olympia up here, it's because they were actually going to have the women start running the marathon in the Olympic Games.
Wow, that's exciting. And to your right, if you would like to introduce, if she's up to it, we have a birthday celebration here today, but if you'd like to introduce the lady to your right, we can see if she would like to share just a short, she's looking at me, just a short, would you like to introduce her for me?
I'm going to introduce it this way. We have something in common. Both of us are certified track and field officials. So when people get finished running and don't want to run or compete anymore that way, we are in dire need of officials,
Ooh.
men and women. We're talking about for track and field, shooting the gun, measuring the high jump, long jump, triple jump, pole vault, you name it. So,
Wow.
Miss Official, can you tell us who you are?
My name is Palma.
How about your experience as an official? I mean, she's a lot more experience than me.
Okay. I've been a certification chair in my association. I've officiated nationally and internationally and on the local level. Um, So that's been my experience pretty much. Track and field has taken me a lot of places, a lot of countries. You and I have been to a couple of the same countries, Japan and Germany.
Awesome. And it's so nice now because now, when I first started officiating, we got a t-shirt. We got a t-shirt. Didn't get any money, but we got a t-shirt. Now we're starting to get paid, and I'm gonna be very honest, I'm doing quite well. And
Good.
I bet you're doing quite well too.
Well, I'm now into the retirement stage by officiating. I've been officiating for a very long time.
And what you just said, I'm glad you said that was the magic word. We have a lot of retirees that do still officiate after retirement.
Right.
So it's something you can do after you give up the 9 to 5 job. Now you might be out there in the hot sun, but there's depending on where you live. Certain states might have 17 to 18 events for the meet, others don't. Some states have the javelin, others don't. But there's so many different things to officiate in track and field. You'll find a love. It be the
Oh,
throws or the jumps or the running. You'll find the love. So it really is open to all ages. What's probably the age you can start officiating?
Actually, I think 14 now is the age you could, 14 or 16, to look that up. But the other experience you can have, you can work with athletes who have different abilities. So I won't call them disabilities, not just the Special Olympics, which is for mentally, but there are the para athletes,
yeah.
those who have the physical disabilities, and it's quite rewarding.
Isn't that something we can have? Track and field is a great sport because there's not one type of person. Like you know what a box would look like or a
Right.
ice skate would look like. But track and field, we have a tall, small, big, muscular, thin, skinny.
Yes, yes.
We have a variety of somatotypes in track and field because they're, and depending where you are, it could be anywhere from 16 to maybe 21 different events. So you need a variety of officials. It's great. Like she said, we're dealing with the handicap, we're dealing with the blind, we're dealing with
Mhm.
the regular high school track meet. So it's something for everyone, not even, not just the athlete, but also the official.
That's absolutely correct. I think it's a good example for youngsters to see you working with people of the different abilities. And a lot of colleges now have teams of disabled athletes, basketball, hockey. So, you can take your experience and add it to someone else's opportunity.
There's a lot of story. Years ago when I was running marathons in Baltimore, the Maryland Marathon, we had a gentleman show up who was blind. And the blind gentleman was very upset with his time that day. And do you
Mm,
know why?
wow.
Because the gentleman who was his guide was not his regular guide runner.
Wow.
So it slowed him down.
Uh,
So, but you see, we're talking about track and field and distance running. There are now openings for everyone.
wow.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much, ladies. I'm going to circle this around because we have another special guest here. You want to tell us about yourself and your experience here in Olympia?
Okay, my name is Beth Farmer Lusnia now, and I got to run in the very first women's Olympic marathon trials here in Olympia in 1984. And at the time, I was running for the University of Florida Gators. A shout out for the Gators. So, and it's because of the women that are in this room with me today is the reason why I had the opportunities that I had in the sports. Um, and without them, it's really hard to have had the coaching to get me to the top levels to be able to compete in events like these, and just the inspiration for women to do well in their sports and to see other ladies before me that did inspired me. And it's just great to come back 40 years later and be around these women. And we have so much in common, and the years just pass so quickly, but we get to celebrate one another and just spend time. And it's another phenomenal opportunity that the world of running has brought to me.
And she said the magic number, 40 years. It's been 40 years since they've been here. So we're going to end this by just saying we're so glad, and we're going to get back on screen. So glad to be in the presence of greatness. I think we as a community forget to honor the greats. So I just wanted to take this time to honor the greats. And Miss Marilyn Bevans, she didn't say, but she was the first African American woman to run in the Boston Marathon, correct?
I'm not the first American running the Boston Marathon. I was the highest. How can I put this? I was second place in the Boston Marathon. I believe it's in 1975. And to this day, no African American woman has had a higher place, which means we've not won it yet. Now our African cousins have, but not the Americans.
So there's hope for me.
Yes.
There's hope. So thank you so much, all of you ladies, for being here. We just appreciate it. And if you want to hear more, we're going to think of something very creative to bring these women's stories to light. See you next time. Bye bye.